Thanks, Carissa. No, she's going to blow us away with that performance a little bit later on, so make sure you stay right where you are. Now, in the hustle and bustle of life, sometimes all you need is just a moment to hit pause, sip your cup of coffee, and simply be.
It's time to hit pause with JACOBS.
Great idea, Ewan. Great idea.
Thank you.
Let's jump on that train. And this morning we are keeping it classic with the JACOBS Instant range, which is delicious. I like mine strong and with good reason. Now, aromatic flavors of the JACOBS Kruning, you know the baseline is just absolutely beautiful. And simply add your hot water to a spoonful of coffee, or a few spoonfuls in my case, and you'll have a delicious cup of coffee ready to enjoy in moments. I love the flavor profile. Enough to share with my friends.
We've got to share. Carissa.
Come here.
And we got a cup of coffee.
If you're done playing with your celebrity friends, do you want to come and join us for a...
Yeah, please.
The commoners, let me sit among you.
Thank you, thank you. Because these moments we've established, and I'm actually loving the fact that we've introduced these little pause moments within the craziness of the show, so that we ourselves can have a moment of self-reflection and actually think about what we've spoken about. Process, as we've heard, is so important today. Dipping into, I thought, let's have a little bit of a moment right now. I think this is probably more pertinent for you than any of us, albeit we've got a lot more to look back on than you do. But when you do look back, do you take those moments to actually put it all in perspective, or do you kind of feel like you're on that event horizon where stuff is just happening and you're kind of on the, you're pedaling and you're pedaling? Do you take a moment to take it all on board?
Oh my God, option B, let me just say that. The legs are pedaling, they're going, but we're staying cool and calm on the surface. But when I do get a moment, it's probably around the afternoon time when I've had my nap and I've kind of just sit in bed reflecting. I don't know, I just take a moment to be extremely grateful. I can't believe that this is my life every single day, and I sit there going, oh, pinch me, somebody pinch me.
That being said, are you spending more time looking back now or more time looking forward?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think looking forward, to be quite honest.
Correct.
It's tempting to look back. It's tempting to, especially on a show like this, go, I did that badly, or I did that badly, or I could improve here especially. But I think that, you know, just kind of keeping my eye on the horizon and knowing what I'm going for, knowing the goals that I'm setting for myself.
So you can manifest,
So I can manifest and live that beautiful reality. That's what matters. No?
Yeah, but it's also, I mean, if you take a look at taking a moment, you know, looking back, I mean, yes, like you were mentioning, you know, you don't want to look back on the mistakes that you made, but it is important to, and I find it, you know, now that I don't do it every single day, but you sit down, you just take stock of the journey that you've been on, and sometimes that's overwhelming, to be honest. If I look back at everything, it really is overwhelming, and it's hard to believe that you've walked to this journey and this is your life. You know, and I'm eternally grateful for that, which is incredible. But that's why moments are important.
You've got to do it. I'm going to flip the script here, because we rely on each other, and people think it's all about the fun and the chemistry, and obviously we all have a deep affection for each other, but professionally, no one else on the set, all due respect to all the people who look after us in this space, will understand what it is to banter between each other in the way that we have to professionally. It's one thing to have a joke, but dude, one thing I've noticed, and this is something we can see the level up of skills, and for me, the most astounding shift, obviously we spent some time apart in our space.
We broke up for a little while.
Oh, and it was tough for me. I really struggled. And when you came back into the fold, and we had all kind of come back from the madness, it hit me, first of all, just how much I need to have you there as a friend, and you'll get this, how much we rely on each other in that sense. But professionally, the step up that you took when radio was introduced into that space where you had to be the master of your ship and take ownership of that, it's been astounding. And I think it's worth us, because we live alongside each other, but we don't often mark these things down. So when we see our cameramen doing amazing work, when we see people leveling up, which happens in our space all the time, take a moment to appreciate, because you're better, I'm so much better than I could possibly be, because you're so good at what you do. So I love you, Guy.
You see,
Take a moment, dude. Just take
a moment. That was, I did not expect this morning. No, but it is true, because I think we live in an industry where we, you know, good job. It doesn't come across that often, you know, and it really... It's reliant on who you are sharing that space with, you know, and it is good to just pay it forward, you know. So, Carissa, for you, you know, being new member to the team, I think you're doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
You're really doing a phenomenal job, and it's incredible working alongside you, and it's amazing. And Graham, I mean, I will never forget, you know, I did take a bit of a break, right? But I just randomly, the news didn't break yet that I'll be back on Expresso. I just got this emoji from Graham with teary eyes. I was like, okay, so I guess he's in. You know, no, it's special, man. And what a journey it's been. I think we've got to cheers to that.
Oh,
Absolutely.
definitely, man.
And it's far from over.
Yeah, I look forward to sharing many moments.
You've got to
with
have
you
now,
guys.
the model is 2 kids, okay, that we've got to share. We've got to
Okay,
be
give me
the
some
first to
time.
hold your baby. That's how it works on the show, okay?
First,
Don't ever
the
think that you're going to have...
announcement.
Yeah, exactly. You will never have a private moment ever again, okay? That's basically how it works, but we love it that way. And I think what you guys at home have to take on board is that you make up the completion of this circle. This is who we are, and it's as a result of you. So thank you so much for everything. You take a moment to have a sip and really take that on board, the most important dynamic in this show. So thank you guys.
Oh,
we love you, man.
absolutely. And having a cup of coffee gives us the perfect moment to really take a look back and take this as your daily dose of encouragement to give yourself that pat on the back. Come on.
I'm going to finish my whole cup.
We need it.
Find your wonderful. Jacobs, wunderbar.